NCT Johnny and Haechan scandal and SM's response to it. Badvillain accused of copying Babymonster, aespa Giselle's mistreatment, and more on today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. And yes, this episode might be a little bit shorter, but listen, actually I have nothing to say. Which on that note, I uploaded a new vlog on my second channel if you'd like to go check that out. Also, please check out my link tree for important links. I have spreadsheets, links to information, links to help, all that jazz. So please go check that out as well. As for us, let's get into the news. So NCT's Haechan and Johnny are in the middle of a pretty big scandal right now. Let's just call it a rumor because SM Entertainment themselves have strongly denied the validity of any of this. But it's just very, very messy. First of all, what do you know? Han So-hee is involved in this. Not that Han So-hee. Not Han So-hee, but Han So-hee. I actually just uploaded a short about the difference between the two, thinking surely this is never going to be relevant again. How is this one singular woman so relevant across all eras of K-pop? How has she been around this long? It's absolutely baffling. And the fact that she has been doing this for so long and still manages, I don't... But I digress. This somehow starts with her. Now, from what I know, she's not technically involved in the scandal, but she's here somehow. So there was a post that went viral that seemingly implicates Haechan with Han So-hee. It started off with this picture that she uploaded on her Instagram. Han says she posted this picture of two dogs. Now, some people think that this is actually Haechan's dog. We can see these two pictures of the dog side by side, one on top of the other. Do I think it's the same dog? I have no idea. I have two dogs of my own that people can't tell apart. So naturally, just as much as it could be his dog, it could also just literally not be his dog at all. Another picture from her stories, we see this conversation that ultimately doesn't really make sense. So she captioned it with, when are you going to give me a signed CD? But here's the basis of the conversation. I don't like Yejin. All right, we don't need her. I just thought I would ask. I'll get it from Naver. Then hit me up tomorrow when you get back to your dorm. Okay, will you come this time, Nuna? Of course, lol, Nuna is going to come in a jiffy. Go back in a jiffy. So translated into English, right, it doesn't make sense. But even some Korean people are saying that it also doesn't really make sense because the name Yejin is used in a way that it's almost like a noun. So in this case, people are saying it's a little odd. Now, in terms of the rest of the conversation, people are saying that it might be code words. So a signed CD could be some type of something, wink, wink. Naver could be the place that they're going to meet at, and printing is the way that they'll trade something, wink, wink. Now, first of all, how do we know this is Haechan? We actually don't. There's nothing that indicates that it is him. People are just piling this on alongside the dog, the poor dog. So here are some comments that I've gathered. That picture of his dog isn't a recent picture. It is a year old at the earliest. Female idols get in trouble for kalguksu, but male idols are addicted to, wink, wink, going to room salons. Let's just wait, lol. Han So-hee, haha, sacrificing her whole body to change the face of K-pop. Reveal all the truth about male idols, everything you know. Han So-hee only says the truth. She has the image of someone who does whatever she wants. As things get bigger, it might be better to wait until a statement is released. But that's not it for Haechan, unfortunately, because him and Johnny are now involved in a different rumor. In a now deleted tweet, it was accused that the two of them met up with 3 Japanese girls. Now, this tweet has been deleted, but they did post some pictures. Here's the first one. We see 3 hands with the hotel key, and it happens to be the same hotel that Haechan was at, where he did a Weverse live. Then there was this picture posted, and originally people were saying it's a picture of all 5 of them. I'm seeing 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Doesn't that look like 6 people? Anyways, it's not the case. It seems that it's actually a picture of Sasaengs outside of the hotel. So one of the girls apparently took a picture of this being like, you know, haha, you guys are staying outside here while I'm inside. And then there's a picture of booze and everything inside the hotel room. But again, we're not seeing any faces here. So on top of the accusation that they were with these women, it seems there was also an accusation of Something, wink, wink. It was also alleged that these women were S workers, but then it seems some people found, the identity of some of these women, and some of them were fans. It seems one of the girls posted a conversation between her and Johnny, kind of being like, today was fun. When are you going to come back to Japan? It's Mia. Oppa, it was fun today. Let's drink again next time. Kikiki, okay. Text me. When is the next time you'll come to Japan? Hee. March 8th. Oh, let's meet then. Hee. This seems to be in line with when they had a concert in Japan. So though the tweet was taken down, this did go viral, right? Even to the point that it made national news. So here we have this tweet highlighting it. NCT Haechan, Johnny, and Super Junior Heechul were mentioned at KBS News. They were talking about the crash in stock price of SM and mentioned their issue as unconfirmed rumor.
보이 그룹 좋아하는데 일부 관련된 미확인된 루머가 일부 SNS 쪽에서 조금 이야기가 된 것 같아.
We'll get to how Heechul is allegedly involved in this after, but it seems fans are really unhappy with this coverage. Who the hell puts unconfirmed rumors on national TV? An effing accusation with no concrete evidence is being mentioned on KBS. And y'all want people to just disregard this madness? Report everything. Ethics of journalism left the chat. Unconfirmed rumor mentioned on KBS. Now look at me in the eye and tell me this is not a setup. This led to even more fans being like, SM, why aren't you protecting your artists? What the hell is Kwangyo 119 for? And as it was mentioned in the news coverage of this, SM stock was falling as well, seemingly because of this, right? As we always say with stocks, sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down, sometimes they follow, scandals and good things happening. But it seems that their stock fell 8%. On June 4th, it was reported that SM Entertainment stock had fallen over 8% in the trading season. According to one report, the stock fell 9.75% in the session before recovering. So it seems one of the girls seemingly involved in this posted a picture to her private story that was then leaked by a friend. But in this story, we see Heechul here. So then the rumor came about that it was actually him who introduced the NCT members to this girl. But he actually released a statement himself. So on Dear You Bubble, someone asked him, Heechul, what have you been up to in Japan? And he responded, I've been keeping an eye on it anyways. I'm worried I'll cause an incident on Instagram again. So I've just been talking to the company. I'm going to give a brief statement here just in case you guys will be worried or be disappointed. I've never met nor had a meal or drunk with any of our company juniors outside of work before. I don't even have their contact numbers. What did he do on Instagram? Somebody tell me. But now we have the official statement by SM Entertainment denying everything. Let's read it. Hello, this is SM Entertainment. At present, groundless rumors about Johnny and Haechan regarding things that are difficult to be said out loud are currently being spread and reproduced indiscriminately online. After checking, these rumors are completely false, and they are criminal acts that severely defame our artist's character. Additionally, false, groundless rumors and malicious libel related to these rumors continue to be produced about not only NCT but other artists in our agency, including Kim Heechul. We have already gathered plenty of evidence regarding many posts related to this, and we will not sit back and watch. We plan to make sure that the perpetrators of these acts will be legally punished with no settlements or leniency. We hope that you are aware that all acts of posting malicious content, even at this moment, may be grounds for legal punishment. Thank you. It seems one of the girls also went on to Twitter and, talked about this statement, basically being like, you can believe it if you want, but that has also since been deleted. As for Haechan, he has a concert to attend. So there's these airport pictures released of him, and fans are saying that he looks quite sad. Here's another picture. Here are some comments about SM Entertainment's statement. Catch them all and sue them without leaving a single one out. As I said earlier, there are countless people who will be sued here as well. Pursue that account all the way to hell, please. Wow, I didn't know what it was because I only saw the rumor going around. But is it true? Are you planning to bury someone? It's not like you can't do it. He's an idol. I hope he sues him properly. Nowadays, there's so many people who are spreading the word and crossing the line. The people who are spreading it or pretending to believe it are really creepy. Does it make sense to believe a fool who doesn't even have a picture? This is absurd regardless of what it is. Please sue them all without leniency. However, in the aftermath of everything, we also saw protest trucks being sent to SM Entertainment. So here we have them. Let's see what they say. Improve the protection of your artists. Lawsuits without any mediation. Quick and accurate statements. SM, who neglected the malicious comments targeted at NCT for years, is an even bigger perpetrator. Sue them without any mediation and put out statements. So it seems this was done after the statement was released, but they had planned it even before the statement was released, so they just decided to continue on with it anyways. The malicious rumors targeted at NCT is getting more severe, but Kwangyo 119 is so useless. When are you going to protect your artists? We don't need a copy and paste statement. We want to know the detailed status updates. Let's read some comments. Only notices are posted and there is no progress on actually filing a complaint. Every time I wonder if they don't protect their idols. From now on, let's sue until the end. There's some people asking for a follow-up statement after the statement that SM released. Some people are asking for the proof. There's no picture, so there's really no proof of this actually being true. Those of you who have seen the photos, please bring the photos you have seen. There are no silhouettes in any of them. So what on earth did you see? There are a lot of people who will be sued here too. So with all that said, I'd love to know what you think about all of this. I did make a short about this, however, so let's see what some of you think. First time I've heard of Johnny being in a scandal. There's no evidence behind this at all. Plus, SM was quick to deny the allegations, which I'm glad before the situation gets fueled. OMG, I do not get how those people decided to randomly make fake rumors that could have gotten them in serious trouble for fun. I hope those girls get sued. There was a comment that I read about Wonyoung's case against Sojang, like, you know, her winning that case should really show companies that they can go after people even if it is in a foreign country. Why the girlies can't keep quiet when it comes to hooking up with idols. First that actress, the Jimin, and now this. If I had the opportunity to be with my bias, you bet I would gatekeep that to hell and never post about it and maybe only tell my besties. Don't trust your besties. Check the facts, go check that. So tired of people making stuff up like this. I hope they're taking care. Waking up to this would take me out, bro. Haechan, you got some real haters out there. Sasaengs are so effing more wild day by day. So again, of course, I would love to know what you think of everything in the comments below. The majority of response that I've personally seen are mostly just people mad at the invasion of privacy, people mad at SM for not protecting them better. But I do want to point out there are, of course, some people who believe it, who think that they're disgusting, that think that this is clear proof that we shouldn't be idolizing these people, and so on. It does make you think about, like, if you had so much money and so much power, what would you do with it? But also, if you do have that much money and that much power, I mean, you should be able to afford secrecy. I really don't know who said this, but they were talking about, I think, like the Kardashians or something, how they have so much money that they can afford to like pay for secrecy regarding anything. For the people who take care of their kids or just like the people who work for them in general, they can afford to pay like such a high wage, and I'm sure contracts and whatever, like you pay for the secrecy. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways. Before Badvillain made their debut, they were being compared to Babymonster, from the red background and black silhouettes to their logo and even their styling. But since debut, the comparisons have not stopped. So let's see. Might as well go over the accusations again. So here's Babymonster's, you know, infamous coming soon poster, red background, black silhouettes. Some could argue that's the same thing for, well, what's that? It's the dance thing, you know, where they're like, yes, our next artist, and it's just silhouettes. And this is Badvillain's teaser, which isn't a poster, it was actually a video. However, we also have their logo, which is kind of like a peace sign mixed with devil horns. And someone said it's very similar to G-Dragon's Kudeta logo and Babymonster's logo. And then of course their style. Oh, we're not there yet. Wait. Now here are some new allegations. So Babymonster's signature pose is like their hand behind their head making the devil horns, right? And then we can see in this screenshot here, they're not doing that pose necessarily, but their shadows are doing the devil horns. There was also an instance where their teasers used the same instrumentals. This video does also show other similarities. So now we have people debunking. Okay. In terms of like the devil horns, I don't think that really needs debunking personally. Had they done the exact same movement like behind their head, but they literally didn't do that. If you're just doing devil horns like this person is showing, so many other groups also do that. Oh, look at how many people did the red silhouette. I know it's super popular, but just to see it put out like this. So Solar, J Idol 50/50, Iris, Higgy, Twice, Itzy, Red Velvet, Tribe, aespa, got the beat, and Jenny. So again, what do you think of these similarities? Do you think they're a little bit too similar? Or do you think people just were nitpicking these elements that are quite common across many different groups? Let me know in the comments. That's actually not it for our plagiarism accusations today, because Seventeen's Jeonghan and Wonwoo are doing a comeback. debut, a subunit debut. I think it's their first time. And they released these concept pictures. So they're both blonde in like kind of this glowy filter in some type of magical forest, it seems. And here's another angle of it. Wonwoo is like amongst the moss. It's quite cute. And Jeonghan with a super fancy eucalyptus hat. However, some people are saying it's too similar to TXT's concept pictures for their Minisode 3 Tomorrow album. So here we have Yeonjun amongst a field, Pyeongkyo also amongst a field. Oh, is that... Oh, I thought this was like a comparison between the two. I'm like, damn, it's really similar, but it's the same. It's not. Okay. Oh, and then people are pointing out TXT from a couple years ago. Let's look at these pictures. Looking blonde and majestic in a field. Okay. And then TXT, well, no, Seveteen did this 2 years ago. And it's like a painted background. Looking blonde in a painted field. Some people saying the Hive needs to adjust their creativity team. Oh, G-Friend also did it too. Looking blonde in a field. I didn't know how popular looking blonde in a field was. Please. Not the running and the... Not the run. Every group does run. Every boy group has done running like that, like running in a field. I love when there's like a plagiarism accusation and fans like they dig and they're like, actually, this group did this in 2018. Actually, they did this then. I love it. So let me ask you, what do you think of these similarities? Personally, I think they're just similarities. I'm sure if you dug deep enough, like you could look at any teaser picture, almost any concept teaser picture, and find someone else who did the same pose in a similar environment. Unless it's kind of, let's say like an aespa concept picture where it's like, you know, it looks a little animated, which they did kind of plagiarize once. Do you know what I mean? Like when is that kind of actual plagiarism, if you're plagiarizing like drawn elements or animated elements? But that's just my thoughts, but I'd love to know what you think. Is Giselle the most mistreated member of aespa? We finally need to talk about this because I actually have a folder on TikTok called Giselle Mistreatment. You guys have me convinced. So I've been following this for a little while, but it seems recently it's being brought up again. And one of the reasons that people think she's being mistreated is because of her hair. Her hair seems to be straight all the time. They never give her a new hairstyle. So people are like, why? Why don't you have fun with her hair like you do for the other members? So let's take a look. And then after I'll show you my folder. How many times are they going to give Giselle straight hair for this promotion? This is, of course, in reference to Supernova. So I guess this is one of the times that they did have fun with it. They put some tinsel in it, but it's still long and straight. I was like, is it Inkigayo? Because we're going to get sued. We are going to get sued. So straight hair, long straight hair, long straight hair. Slightly wavy, long straight hair. Long straight hair, long straight hair. Slightly wavier, some slight waves again. Oh, we have some braids, but still very long and straight. Long straight hair. Oh, kind of wavy. Long straight hair, long straight hair. Long straight hair. Oh, it's never ending. Long straight hair. In the 11 days of 16 schedules, she had the typical straight hair 8 times, styled straight hair 3 times, and wavy hair 5 times. She indeed got a lot of straight hair styling. Now, I would have loved to see, you know, the other members in comparison. Somebody should have brought up that Ning Ning picture with just 2 ponytails like this. Anyways, let's read some of the comments. Seems like she likes straight hair. The waves aside, there really hasn't been any change. Fans have a reason to comment about it. Didn't she get wavy hair? They can clearly give them to her. During Supernova, the other members had pigtails, pins, hats, choppy bangs, and accessories. But she always looks the same. For the first performance of Armageddon, it was the same straight hair again. Perms suit her well. Maybe Giselle prefers it this way. Winter once mentioned doing straight hair, but she said she needed to discuss it with her hairstylist first. This makes it seem like artists and stylists talk things over. Other members often ask fans about their hairstyle preference on Bubble, so it seems like members' opinions are considered. So I think it might be Giselle's personal preference, and I can't really criticize that. Plus, the long straight style suits her and looks good on her, so I mean, I will say that. I think, of course, other hairstyles also can look so amazing and so fun. But if I were an idol and they were like, we're chopping your hair and bleaching it tomorrow, by the way, I would just be like, I'd be like, give me a wig. What do you mean? Like, Honey had a wig. What? Normalize wigs in K-pop. These poor idols' scalps. Do you remember when Karina like just dyed her hair blonde, bleached it blonde for like 1 minute, and then it was back to black? What was the point of that? I would cry. I would literally cry. I'd be like, I'm fine with long straight hair. It's okay. It's fine. We don't need to switch it up. Please, for the love of God, don't switch it up. The long straight hair thing, personally, I don't see an issue with it. However, we have a Pokemon ad. Let's take a look at it. Look at this screenshot. I mean, I feel like we would need to see the whole ad, but just looking at the screenshot, I can see why people are mad, because she's blurry as hell. Why is she all the way back there? You know very well they could have scooted Winter a little closer to Ning Ning, brought Giselle closer. However, I do think we need to watch the ad to see, because if it's like a dynamic ad moving throughout all of them, then it would make more sense. Let me watch. I have to watch it. Okay. I don't want to copyright claim, guys. Oh, statistically, everybody's here twice. The statistics are good so far. Oh, but Giselle's here in the front and Winter's all the way in the back now. She's blurry. Like, how do you have... She's the only one who's blurry. Anyone still playing this game? Let's read some comments. Anyone see her recent interview with Eric Nam? I hate to speculate it, but you can tell she's a bit down. Getting little lines, poor outfits, least followed and stand, least opportunities and constantly thrown in the back. That must really hurt. Unfortunately, I don't believe in token standing, so I won't pretend to hype her up, but I wish her the best. In this case, I think it's just a screenshot from the video, but Giselle does often get put in the back, and she does get the least exposure. I do wish that Armageddon had a rap at the bridge, since she hasn't had a proper rap in a title track in a while, especially since Armageddon is hip-hop-ish. Do you ever wonder, because some of these idols are just trying to switch their positions. Like, Hongjoon's trying to take all these singing lines. Did you notice that? Jennie stopped rapping for a while. Giselle doesn't rap anymore. So of course, I'd love to know what you think. Do you think it's just over-exaggerated? Or do you really believe that she's being mistreated? I have my folder. Let's see if there's anything worth in my folder for Giselle Mistreatment. I have all of this in my Giselle Mistreatment folder. Okay. Oh, the whole styling debacle where she's wearing like that shirt that's like open in the back and falling off. Who did that to her? Oh, the whole music video for Supernova is just her getting bullied. Oh, but she has some why am I debunking my own folder? She has some crimps in her hair, so I think it's a non-issue, I think. Oh, poor Giselle being hidden. That is definitely an issue when you're an even number group. You have to be hidden. Blackpink does this a lot. Like, just think of any... As recently, actually, I've noticed for even number membered groups, because this was like a huge thing, I think, like 2019, 2020. But in more recent years, I feel like 5th Gen knows how to do choreography for even number members without just shoving somebody in the back of somebody else. Have you noticed that change? Because before, if you were an even number group, you would literally just have to hide behind someone doing choreography so you could look centered. But now I feel like 5th Gen groups are okay with it not being centered. I just noticed that they're doing unique placements so that a member's not always hiding behind another member. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Let's move on to our discussion segment. So I came across this. I'm impressed to see that no female idols experience hair loss. I have a couple of tips and tricks as someone who's losing so much hair. And I don't believe it. I don't believe there are female idols who are not losing their hair. I mean, surely there's probably like surgeries and technology to bring it back, but I think there are also non-invasive ways to do it as well. I'm sure it's also thanks to the fact that they go to the scalp clinic. I'm sure, probably sure. But if you're in a crunch, I use root touch-up to fill in my hairline because I'm balding here. So I use root touch-up to fill in my hairline. You can check out my second channel for more on that. So it makes my hair look fuller. And then some of the comments are also mentioning extensions, which I think definitely help. Let's read some of the comments. Even with their natural hair, they add in so many extensions. They use extensions, so it's not as obvious. They must receive treatment, but I'm curious too. Even Hyuna mentioned that they would go on such harsh diet that it makes their scalp thick. In my case, I was always so stressed over the lack of hair I had. So for 1 year, I've been going to the scalp clinic, and right away, my hair looks completely normal. Oh, this is actually interesting. I've seen a lot of male idols lose their hair though. I'm curious. I've seen male idols use the trick that I use too. Like you can just tell sometimes when they look down and you're like, it looks like kind of like it's thinning a bit, but you see there's makeup, there's root touch up, I promise, on some idols. Some people are perfect and don't need any help. I get it. It's fine. Their hair is so long and so it's easy to blend. But if you have hair loss on top of your head, you can't hide it with extensions. I'm most curious about that. Root touch up. I swear to God. Give me a minute. This isn't an ad, but let me just show you. I'll make my hair look thicker. Did that make a difference? I already had some on though, but... Oh, sorry. I heard that the hair shop that Rose goes to costs 2 million a session, so $1.4 thousand. Jesus, it's because as a celebrity, if you really had hair loss and it gets severe, it might be the end for you. Jeonghan used to have hair loss during her eyes days, but now it's gotten a lot better. I thought that was just an interesting conversation to have because I too used to wonder about idols' hair. How do you have a perfect hairline? How do you have this? How do you have that? I mean, probably lots of treatments, makeup, extensions, hair treatments, minoxidil. So let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently. I thought this was going to be a short video. Damn. I wanted to show you this TikTok because just look at the amount of tape J Park has on his tattoos. Just why don't just wear a shirt at that point? Just wear a shirt. Then there was a new Babymonster trademark that was applied for, which is Monsties. Monsties? So people are thinking that it is Babymonster's fandom name. What in the world? It looks too much like Insties. I guess these are just things I want to show you from TikTok. So G Idol did a fan meeting in Macau and they had to play this guessing game. Look what they did. Mona Lisa. Literally, it says Mona Lisa. What is the name of Sujin's most recent song? Mona Lisa. I was about to make some stupid joke about how, like, of course, that's also a painting in Animal Crossing, but it would have been stolen. The joke. But I think it's crumbs. It seems Weki Meki are alleged to have a comeback soon. Because when the K posted this, like, June comeback lineup, and it says Weki Meki. Where does it say that? Weki Meki. Right here. So people are really excited about that. Though, it seems Red Velvet are also supposed to, like, have a comeback in June. And Joy was like, why isn't SM announcing any of this? Okay, we need to quickly go to my comment response section because somebody left a comment and I don't have a screenshot of it because it was deleted. Okay, but I need to send a message to this person because, you know, I always say, like, share this video with friends you don't have. This person wrote, but I have friends. So, you know, I jokingly responded, you know, well, you don't have to rub it in. Like, I thought it was, like, clearly a joke. But then the comment got deleted. So now I feel horrendous. I feel horrible, right? Because I wanted it to be, like, a funny joke, like, oh, you don't have to rub that in. But I think maybe they took it seriously, so then they deleted the comment. So now I feel bad. So if you're the person who wrote that, like, I was just joking, I didn't mean it in any way. You didn't have to delete your comment. So because now I feel bad, okay? But our K-pop song of the day, I'm actually so excited to talk to you guys about this song because it's swimming season. I'm fixing up a pool that I'm hopefully going to be swimming in, but it's, like, really green. And I totally misread all my instructions about what chemicals to put in, like how to put them in. They're like, split it up into 3 parts and spread them out 4 to 6 hours in between. I shoved all of it in. I just shoved everything in the pool and it's still green. I may have messed up to know my pool, but I want to swim in it. Oh, anyways, so this is the newest addition to my K-pop pool party playlist. It is aespa's Bahama. Oh my god, I kept hearing this on TikTok. What a dreamy summer, the perfect summer song. I love it so much. If the intro doesn't tell you everything you need to know immediately about this song, if you hate fun and summer, the song isn't for you. Scroll on by. It just makes me feel so happy, so ready to swim. You guys don't understand. I just picture like a like such like a choreography, like Bahama, like just Bahama, Bahama mama. I thought that could be cute, but it's Bahama Hama. I actually really like Giselle's rap in this. Wait. It's just so fun. And anyways, this is my recommended song of the day, Bahama by aespa. And I reckon that is basically it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bahama.